Hello and welcome to the final challenge of the UK Scrappers Summer Scrapbooking Challenge. This is challenge number 10 and this is all about stash busting. If you're like me and have absolutely stacks and stacks and stacks of scrapbooking supplies that you never use, then this is the challenge for you. If you like to be more frugal with your layouts and save everything, then this is not the challenge for you. The plan is today is to use up as much stash as possible whilst staying within a certain set of supplies. Stash busting can be a bit overwhelming sometimes when you're faced with absolutely everything in your craft room. So what I've done is I've pulled out a load of supplies and I'm planning to make 3 layouts today, just using those, not reaching for anything else. So I'm going to talk you through what I've chosen. So I want to make 3 layouts. These 3 little photos for one, this single photo for another, and then this large photo for the third one. So that's my photos, they're already picked out, and I did have my photos ready before I chose the papers, although regularly I do that the other way around. So I started off by looking at what sheets of paper I could use as my backgrounds, and I have chosen these 3. So this one here for the large photo, this one here for this photo, and then this one here for the 3 little ones. So they were my starting points, choosing backgrounds to go with whatever the photos looked right on top of the background papers. So I tend not to look at my colours in my photos that much when I'm looking through and trying to find a background page. I simply I'd say I'd already got these 3 in mind, and I'd wanted to use this as a background paper at some point, so I just thought, oh, I wonder if that will go, and I just hold them up. It just so happens that this chap in the photo is wearing red, which goes with this nice here. There's some green in the background and some blue, all of which appear in that background, but even if those colours weren't present, these photos I think still would have worked. This one here, I'd already thought about having this background paper for a Peppa Pig photo, just because of the pink, the grey and the blue all goes brilliantly with Peppa Pig. So I just held this photo up against it. There's no green in the background, there's no orange, there's no red, we're all wearing completely different outfits in there, yet that looks fine against that background. And then the stars, well, I wanted to use that as a background at some point for one of this lovely and bright print, and I'm going really bright colour schemes for all of my Peppa Pig World photos. So again, I just held that up against that layout, and absolutely goes fine. So that's how I chose my backgrounds. And then from then, I just had those in mind, so just like in front of me on my desk. And I wanted a number of full sheets that I have been trying to use for a while and haven't managed to cut into or use yet. So and I wanted to be able to be a bit crazy with them, you know, completely use them all up, cut them to pieces, whatever. I didn't want to save any of these particularly for a background sheet. So I just pulled out and looked at what colours would go. So I started off with this one, goes brilliantly with this paper and this paper, less well with this one, but still would be fine. So I've used that one. There's the red hearts on the back, doesn't particularly go with the pink, does go with the stars and does go with this one. So that was a winner. So I say these, they start off as full sheets, but they're not backgrounds and they're going to be cut to pieces. There's this grey one here, which I knew would go with this the pinky layout, the pinky background, because that's got grey in it. It would also just about go with this paper. It's kind of got muted tones in it, so this one goes quite well. And the stars has got grey in as well. This bit of paper has been causing me problems for a long time. It's a really lovely grey background, but has lots of multicoloured dots, small polka dots on it. It's really lovely, but it doesn't seem to go with anything, so I'm hoping to be able to use it today. I love the other side, but I don't really use letters and numbers in such a big print that much, so that's why it's not causing me some issues. Then I've pulled out just a standard wood grain. Well, that pretty much goes with everything there. I have another red, oh sorry, the back of the wood grain is fans, which is rubbish, so I won't be using that side, just the wood grain I picked that one out for. I've got this red tone on tone polka dot, which goes beautifully with this paper, not so well with this one, but would work perfectly well with the stars. Background is, the back of it is floral, not sure if I'll use that. And then I've got a green houndstooth, not my favourite print, I really not that keen on that pattern, but the colour is quite good, it goes well with the stars in here, goes okay with this one, and it will certainly go okay with this one. However, it's quite white, and this is quite white, as is the background on here, so I might struggle to use that a bit more. However, we've got a lovely solid pink print, well, just plain pink on the back, which may well come in useful for mounting photos, that kind of thing, just adding a bit of extra layers. So I'm all these papers have been giving me some trouble for a while, so I'm hoping to be able to get those used up today in our stash busting challenge. So like I said, going to recap, the 3 background papers, then I've picked out a number of full sheets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full sheets there. Then I've pulled out paper scraps. And to do that, I just simply went through my scraps basket and looked for roughly colours that would go. So bright yellows, oranges, blues, reds, greens. So I just literally pulled out anything that I thought might go. A large scrap there, very large scrap there. Again, not really too sure how that's going to go with my background papers. It does match the stars over here, if you can see that. But I might use, it kind of makes my eyes go a bit psychedelic, so I'll possibly use that in small quantities, and it's got a red on the back too. But I'll just say, pulled out all of these little bits and pieces to see what I can use up there. So 3 background papers, 5 sheets of whole paper, and a whole bunch of scraps. So putting those to one side for a moment. I then started looking at embellishments. So I pulled out 2 more sheets of paper that have got bits that I can cut out. This camera print, I've actually got this twice, so I plan to cut one up completely, and then the other one maybe use the background, although the other side is a little bit plain, but I do like the camera, so don't worry, I can use those, and love all the cut apart pieces on here. Got some strips as well as the little cards too. So that's the start of my embellishments, and then I started looking for large embellishments. So I've pulled out these. So that's another part of that same collection. This is the Yes Please collection by Amy Tangerine, and that's another offcut from somewhere else in the collection pack. I've got Project Life cards, strawberry and kiwi editions, only a few left in each. I've got some big wood veneer cards that I've been struggling to use up. That's another card there. I've got some large photo transparencies. And I've got this pack of stickers by Dear Lizzie, which I've really struggled to use. I've made myself use a few recently, but there's a lot left that I've had it for ages, so there's a lot left that I'm planning to use. So even if this like heart logo, for example, doesn't work with my layout, I could still use this sticker and then just cover the heart up or whatever. So I'm planning to try and, I'm never going to use that typewriter, I don't think. So I'm planning to try and get in some of those. Okay, so that's my large embellishments or extra layers. I then have gone sort of medium-sized, more die cuts. I've been trying to use up these die cuts for a while. There's not very many left. Those kind of things, they're easy to use. And then I've got a pack of My Mind's Eye ones, all the difficult ones left, the really big ones. There's a typewriter in there, a teapot, and there was a jar of mustard, but I think I managed to squeeze that in somewhere before. I may save the teapot for something else actually. But there's a cotton reel there, and a big number 2, big number 3. So like I might, for example, tuck that in underneath a photo and use it as a scallop as opposed to a number 3, just because it's a little bit big for me to use the number 3 elsewhere. And I've got a 2 in there too. And then I've also got the remains of a pack of Bella Boulevard die cuts, most of which I've used. Just a few of the big ones left. It's a Polaroid frame, that one and that one. So again, they're all the ones left. They've got like black in them. Those two have got black in them, which is why I'm struggling to use those. Today's top 10, I wouldn't generally write that on layout. I might hide it, actually, it's a good idea. And then a Polaroid frame, should easily be able to use that. And then El Studio, there's a few die cuts left in this packet as well. So I may not use all of these, I might not use barely any actually, but on the other hand I'm stash busting today, so I'm trying to use stuff up. So I might tuck that in and only have a small piece showing, or cut off the speech bubble, because speech bubbles always cause me issues. Have the big circle poking out somewhere. So not loads of stuff left in there, but some. Oh, there's an extra tag at the back there, hiding. Oh, lovely. So I'm going to use those. So that's my medium-sized shapes stroke embellishments. And then I have pulled out little things. So I've got a pack of brads that I've been trying to use that for ages. Some wood veneer shapes there. Enamel dots, more enamel dots. I haven't even started those. Flare badges. Some other resin type flare badges there, a few chipboard shapes, some paper clips, a couple of little circle die cuts and some stickers. And I've also pulled out various wood veneer shapes. I have them in little pots, so those have got words. I've got hearts and arrows, some stars, and some more stars, but different style little ones. I've then pulled out 4 washi tapes to use. Just picked out the main colours that's in the layouts. And then finally, moving on to alphabet stickers. Pulled out 1 pack of small alpha stickers, and then a few different large ones. I probably will not use all of these, but without having already done my layouts, I just picked out a few that would be in fairly generic colours. Okay, so to recap, I've pulled out 3 background sheets. They were my starting point. 5 full sheets of paper that I'm planning to cut up and use as paper layers, that kind of thing. A whole bunch of scraps, 2 cut apart sheets, some large die cuts and shapes, smaller medium-sized die cuts and shapes, then small pieces, small embellishments like wood veneer shapes, enamel dots, etc. 4 washi tapes, and some alphabet stickers. So I wonder how much of it I can use. Okay, so this is going to be my first layout. I have done some very rough sketches of what I want my layouts to roughly look like. So my first little sketch there is for this photo. So I'm planning to have it anchored roughly there. And it calls for a strip of something underneath plus a journaling card on there. So that's a very, very basic sketch. I'm going to see what I can find. So I think I'll start off with a strip of that. take off the manufacturing strip. The sketch that I did calls for a Project Life card sort of here-ish. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and play around with my scraps pile and see what I can pull in from there. I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck down. Okay, so everything's stuck down now. I've also added in my titles, so I've got Jumping Up and Down in Muddy Huddles. It was a very long title, so I thought I would faff around with that off camera, so that's all down. So going back to my very, very rough little sketch that I drew. I've got something at the top here, I've got embellishment to the right of the journaling card and down here to the left of the title. I've only got a very small space down here, I've got barely any space here, so I'm going to move that piece of embellishment to here, and then I need something at the top there too. So as for the bit at the top, I thought I'd try and pull in some turquoise and some yellow, because there's none of that appearing at the top of the layout. I want you trimming down. So I'll go with that, it's got all the colours in now. And then what I do, once I've got the bare bones of my layout down, which it is there, I've obviously got left a space for my journaling, so now I need to start embellishing. So I start biggest first. So I look at the big embellishments that I've got. So I've already done Project Life card over here. So then I'm looking at the rest of the large embellishments that I pulled out earlier. I've got these big wood veneer cards. I'm going to struggle to fit anything very large in because the photo is so big. So I probably won't. I'm not going to use the transparencies in this layout. So I might be able to add something from in here. Quite like that little label, like the speech bubble. Did like the tag, but it's too big. I can't get it in anywhere. And same with the circle. Chop that off the speech bubble. So it's just a pretty shape. And we're going to see if I can get that to fit under the photo. Okay, like that. So that's large embellishments. Moving on to medium-sized ones. And have green. I don't really want to use black because the layout has got brown in it rather than, and brown and grey rather than black, so I'd rather quite like hello, not sure about love, but I like hello, don't like that floral background, it's a bit cream. And that library, those two library cards would work quite well, but I've already put this one in, so I'll put those away. Like hello. So I've pulled out the best day ever. I don't like love you forever at the bottom, that just doesn't go with my layout, so I could just chop that off. Hello, love, I'll probably cut off the hello and use the hello and discard the love. And then I've got this cotton reel, which I wonder if I can tuck in somewhere and use as a layer. And I've got, I don't think I'll use anything from this pack, and I've got these stickers here which I'd quite like to get using. So that's my medium-sized embellishments. Now let's see what I can do with those. Okay, so all stuck down, and just going to add my small embellishments now. So I've picked out a chipboard shape to go down here to finish off, even though this is not really an area of embellishment. And a flare badge, and then so let's see if I could get in one of these. They're quite large. I'm really used them all. I'd be very happy to finish off the packet. I'm not sure about that. It's a bit big. Okay, so that's all completely stuck down now, and I'm going to call that one finished actually there. So that's the first layer in this series of 3. So the next one I'm going to do is this paper with this one single photo. Okay, so back with my second layout. I've done a little sketch of this one here. So I plan to have my photo quite in the bottom of the page with a big layer at the bottom and little bits and pieces with all of this background on show. I love the stars, so I'm very happy with that being on show. And then some embellishment up here. So I've already got this in mind for this layout. This is a piece of Simple Stories paper, and I really love that, so I thought I might try and get that in. But I want to separate it from the background because this and this blend in, the loop get lost a bit. So I thought I might try and include a piece of this fairly solid pink polka dot. And I need a strip along the bottom. I think I'm going to go for this paper again, which is what I used in the first layout. I'm going to cut that to 4 inches wide. And that's going to be my base piece down there. Okay. I think I'll bring that further over. And then top off the notepaper effect there. Okay, so I've got everything stuck down. I've pulled in a few patterns from down here to up here. So I've got a piece of this blue which appears down here, a piece of the yellow, this pink which I forgot to save some of, so I've found some very, very similar from one of the cut apart sheets. I did that there, and then this bit here is a Butchered Project Life card which I also added a tiny bit under the photo there as well. I also added in a photo overlay stroke transparency just to give a little bit of extra interest there. Okay, so now I'm ready to start embellishing. I really want to use these embellishments from Elf Studio. I love that Life is Pretty With You, and I really like that tag. I think I can fit it on this layout. I've also got Best Friends, which goes well with my photo, and there's the enormous circle which I can't get in. So I really want that to be poking up from above the photo. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so title down and big embellishments down, and now I'm just going to move on to some smaller ones. Definitely going to get in one of these wood veneer circles this time. It should be able to fit up there. Okay, so apart from my journaling, I'm going to call that one finished and move on to the next layout. Okay, hi, so I'm back with my final layout for today's Stashbusting challenge. As you can see, I've already got most of the layout put together. None of it is stuck. I just was having a little play around with some scraps and bits and pieces before I started to turn on the camera, and it just kind of kept going. So I thought I would show you what I do when I've got to this point, nothing is stuck. How do I then get it all attached and keep it all the same? So one thing that I might do is take a photo on my phone, and then I've got it and have it there next to me, and I keep referring to it to see what it is that I did. Alternatively, and what I've been doing a lot more of recently, is I start sticking from the top layer down. So my photos, I actually put those on a block already, and so I could easily move them around. So that's already one piece, but literally, yeah, just going to start sticking. So now those three pieces are stuck together. I'll need some additional glue in there. And under this die cut here. Okay, so it's probably not exactly the same as how I started, but it's not far off, and that was way easier for me than taking the whole thing apart and starting from the bottom layer upwards. So I have a, I basically went Project Life card crazy on this one. I had done a small sketch, just a rough sketch of 3 photos in a block here, like I have got, with a whole bunch of layers and tabs and things behind there and there. So that's where I went kind of Project Life crazy there and here. So now I just need something around about here, and then something in this bottom right corner, and my title. So I'm going to go back to my large embellishments. I've already used my Project Life cards today. Unfortunately that packet is empty. I really like those. So I'll probably head back to these stickers, these Dear Lizzie stickers that I've been having such trouble with. I will also look at both of these. These are my large embellishments that I've been really struggling to use up. Again, the black in here is causing me issues. This is more of a brown base layout. So I think I might avoid those. If I can tuck them in somehow. No, I don't think so. I'm going to put those back to one side. See if I can use any of these in an inventive way. Possibly, probably not. Right, typewriter. I don't think I'm ever going to use a typewriter for anything. So I just wonder what that would look like as an interesting kind of paper layer. Let's have a look and see. Kind of goes with the whole tabs theme. Yeah, I'm going to stick that there. I want Alva know that that was supposed to be a typewriter. And then I have this number 3, which I wondered if I could use as a scallop. I'm not sure on the stripes. It's around here. I think poking out from the camera would be better. Yep, I'm going to go for that one. I'm not going to use that big camera today. And the moustache. I might actually save that because I have something coming up where I may actually have use for a moustache embellishment. So I will keep hold of that one. So not sure about this bird. I might be able to use it. We're in an open countryside type of setting, so it possibly goes. I'm not a big bird person, to be honest. I'll keep him out and see. That great big ampersand sign, struggling with as well. It's a very busy pattern, so I'll put that slightly to one side, and then we'll have another look at these stickers. So let's see if we can use this typewriter just as a layered piece. The typewriter sticker is annoying me. It's been annoying me for a while, so I wonder if I can poke that in under there somehow. Yeah, I'm going to just pop that in there. Bikes. No bikes in these photos, nothing to do with biking all weekend, but it's an outdoorsy type layout, so you might be able to get away with some random bikes. And have a flower poking out of there, that would be quite nice. Somewhere to put my bird, maybe? Maybe not. Oh look, more birds. I think that might be pushing it. I like the little love sticker. Maybe do something with that. Maybe cover up the bikes. Okay, so I've used up quite a few of those stickers there. So I'm going to go ahead and get all of those stuck down. Actually, before I do that, I need a little something to kind of go up here. I wonder if I can cut anything from these stickers to go up there. Possibly. Quite like that. Now I've got these little bits left over of the papers I cut down earlier, this off-cut from the end, so they're all stuck together. Let's see if I can salvage some of those. I like the wood grain, like to bring that in up there, so that works. Maybe a bit of a red too. I might bring the red down here. Just a small amount of it, maybe poking up there, something like that. Okay, now I really am going to go and get everything stuck down, and I'll pop back to finish off the embellishments. Okay, so all stuck down now, and title added as well. And I've just got to put on a few final embellishments, really. I've got some chipboard shapes that I'd like to use up. So I've got that wood veneer U, this balloon, and this massive wood veneer circle. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be able to fit that in. I might put that there, I think I will. I'll just go for it. I've got this big tulip sticker. I'm wondering if I can kind of hide a bit. It's chipboard shape. I don't mind it, but I might do something like that. That'll do. Happy with that. And a paper clip, which I think I'll probably pop on there. Now I'm going to finish off by adding some little starbursts. I don't have many left actually. And then I'm going to finish off by trying to use up the remainder of these enamel dots. I probably won't use all of them, there's quite a few there. But the purpley ones actually go quite nicely with this paper, even though there isn't any of the same colour, but it all kind of matches. It's all muted and nice tones. So I'm going to go and use those. I say, in the interest of stash busting, I'm trying to use those up, because purple is a colour that I don't seem to scrap with very often. It just doesn't appear in any collections, so I struggle to use it when I have it. Okay, so I didn't do bad. I've used most of the enamel dots on that sheet, just 3 left. Okay, and I'm going to leave that there. I am going to write some journaling in, so I'll just do that, and I'll pop back with the finished layout and to show you all of my finished stash busting layouts. Okay, so that layout's all finished now, so I just added some journaling down here, otherwise it's exactly the same as where I just left off. That concludes my stash busting challenge. I have managed 3 layouts. Oh, I've lost an M in the last like 10 seconds. It's probably stuck to me somewhere. There it is. I better stick those down with some glossy accents to hold those in place. Yeah, so I did this layout here with a large photo, and this one here with one single feature photo down here. Since I finished filming this one, I added my journaling in there. And I also added a piece of twine to this tag here. It just didn't look quite right next to this one, so I added a little bit of twine in there, but otherwise that one is the same as when you last saw it. And then I finished off with that one there. So I started off with quite a lot of pattern paper that I was desperately trying to get rid of, along with a load of embellishments. I think I did really well in what I used up. I have got this much left, which still seems like quite a lot. I could get several more layouts out of this, definitely. But unfortunately I didn't use that houndstooth paper, so that's still going to be in my collection, bothering me. I used just the one camera from that cut apart sheet, but I used a reasonable amount from that one. And then these are just scraps. Some of them are extra scraps. These three they started off as full sheets, but otherwise I've still just got a whole bunch of scraps that I pulled out from my scraps bucket in the first place anyway, so it doesn't matter that I didn't use those. I can certainly use them on another layout. So okay, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed the UK Scrappers 2014 Summer Scrapbooking Challenge, you have until the end of September, that's the 30th of September at midnight, to upload any of your layouts to the gallery in order to claim the additional points for your team. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.